Okay. Well, I'm trying to do a live stream. Hi! Oh, people are here! Whoa, I can see you. Hi! Yeah. So, hi everyone. Nancy Kepner, Heartfelt Humor here. This is my first ever live stream. And I just wanted to talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions, anything you ever wanted to say to me, this is your chance. Hi everyone. I love all the highs. You can tell how new I am at this. Just like, whoa, people showed up and are talking to me. But just be calm and chill. Yeah, I'll work on that. But yeah. So I was just gonna answer any questions if you guys have them, and maybe improv some songs. There's a thing I do at cons, which is songs on the spot, and it's based off of like things the audience suggests. So I thought maybe we could try that. I know the sound isn't the greatest because I didn't figure my mics won't plug into this phone, and I didn't know how to set it up for live stream. I'll work on fixing that in the future. But yes, hi. Sorry, just looking because I got a little behind on the chat. All right, how did I grow my channel? Well, some of it was luck. Some of it was work. I mean, a lot, both. I guess when I started my channel, I was just posting singing at talent shows and whatnot at cons, and then I talked to some people about it, and I decided to try to post weekly, and I did for at least a year or two. I was posting weekly fairly consistently, or it would be every other week. It's always been like when I can, because I was in college as well, and I had some, basically the Explaining Anime to Your Parents video was always doing well, but at some point it went viral, and that's when my channel grew a lot. Although I got it up to about 6,000 or so on my own without that help, but I think there was an algorithm switch at that time, and it just started pushing my channel, that video out to people. So that's really luck at that stage, but work to get to 6,000. Yeah, you're welcome. So, you're welcome for answering your question. Let's see. Was I a weeaboo? Yeah, the weeaboo song's like me making fun of myself and all my high school friends. So whenever people take that song personally, I'm just like, no, guys, I like weeaboo. I can make fun of myself. Okay. How long did it take for me to learn how to play the guitar? I feel like I'm still learning. I don't feel like there's a lot of better guitar players out there still. And I've always been more confident in my voice than my guitar. I guess I really started playing about the time I uploaded my first video to YouTube. I'd only been playing a few months or so. So I guess 5 years ago at this point. And I had a guitar teacher for like the first year, and then the summers, because I went away to school, and I would come back and take lessons with him during the summer. But I feel like my real motivation for playing the guitar was to accompany my songs. Like, I had melodies and lyrics, and I just needed a way to get them out there, and so guitar was the instrument that enabled me to do that. And it was like I had things to say, and I just needed background music to say them, so yeah. Mike is no problem. Is okay, no problem at the moment. Cool. Yeah, I know. A lot of people, because that was the, 2016 algorithm change or something. A lot of people were going down at that time. And that was when I started going up. 2017. I don't know. And of course now the algorithm doesn't like me either, but yeah. Okay. Okay, lots of questions, cool. How do I come up with my ideas? Okay, just looking. how do I come up with my ideas? Honestly, some of it's from you guys, some of it's songs like that you suggest in the comments, and some of it is just me. Well, yeah, some of it's from you, and some of it's just me in high school bothering my friends. And then once I started my YouTube channel, I was like, no, I just bother you. And I'm always like, suggest things for me to write songs about. But other times, I just have ideas from watching shows or from various things people say, or things that happen at con. I feel like, though, what really gets a song going is, like, when I come up with, like, a line or something. 'Cause, like, I can have, like, a general premise of a song, but if I don't know where to start, and it can start with, like, some line that happens in the middle of the song, but, until I, like, have that one thing, it can be really hard to write, so, Do I play any other instruments? No. I do not really. Like, I knew very basic piano. I had to take piano in college and whatnot, but I was lucky to pass piano class, so I would not say I play any other instruments. Oh, although I was learning ukulele. It's not that different than guitar, though, so I don't know if that counts. On the more instruments. Digital music creation. I actually went to school for music tech, and like the electronic composition was my favorite class. I guess. Actually, I think that's why I wanted to go for music tech. Was I was like, I want to make more of the electronic music and stuff. I think I just gotta find time to experiment more with that stuff at home, because right now I'm just like I have the system down for writing a song on the guitar, and like with just me and guitar, and doing more complex things. Like, I know if I let myself, I could like spend. I can let myself get to like a perfectionist state, and and more of an art project or like different thing I can turn a song into, the harder it's gonna be for me to let go of it and get it out to you guys. Yeah. So how did I get so confident? I don't know that I think I am confident. I was really shy, especially in my first few songs. And it was a bit of a juxtaposition isn't the right word. People didn't believe me all the time when I said I was shy, because they'd only see me on stage, and for that brief period of time when my mind's working on stage, I'm like, oh, stage presence, I can do this. Like, yeah, this is very especially back at the end of high school, start of college, I was a very nervous person. but like when I had a character to be and like a song to sing, I could get away with, like, I could pretend to not as nervous as I generally am, and I've been told that I'm a lot braver with the guitar than I am without it. So like, I brought the guitar to fidget with, and whatnot. My computer, when I'm reading the chat, is apparently running low on battery, so let me plug it in real quick. Okay, problem solved. Okay. Confident is not the same as brave. Oh, thank you guys. I love you guys. Do I ever plan to re-record some of my older songs? Actually, yeah. I'm actually working on that now. I mentioned briefly in my last video that So I guess there's two ways to re-record. I could just re-record them on my YouTube channel, and yes, they'd be a lot better than they were when I originally played them, most of them. Although I feel like some of them, there's a certain charm there with the original. Like, I don't know, explaining animated parents would be a lot different, not live and stuff, but But so there's also at my work, I do video editing for a local music producer, and he a month ago or so took an interest in my songs and wants to help me produce an album. So and we're going back and doing old songs there and like adding drums and lots of voice overlap, and really exciting things are happening there. So there's definitely things in the work. You're getting a lot of lag. Yeah, I was testing this out earlier. It's not perfect. I think the video and audio are in sync. I think it's just the chat's a bit behind. I don't know. But yeah, not too late. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. Probably until like 8 or until people get super bored. I don't know. Let's see. Aw, great. My anime songs. Do. You guys are like so nice. I'm always like, so many people get a bunch of hate comments and stuff on their YouTube channel, and I mean I get those as well, especially on the really big videos, but just in general, you're like the most supportive audience, and like you're amazing. So thank you. Do I have a favorite of the songs I've written? Well, I do tend to like the ones that have more emotion to them. Like for a while, my favorite was probably like Graduating Hogwarts, because I like the juxtaposition of like sadness and humor and whatnot. I think that's really effective and fun to play with. I also liked the fanfiction love song from way back when, and the recently I like Anime Baby. I think Anime Baby is just like really surprised me, because I didn't know I could write a lullaby. I really like going fast and crazy in the middle of my songs, and I was like, can I? And so I was write a song, and the challenge was not to wake up this imaginary anime baby that I'm talking to. So that was fun. Oh, well, thank you. Twice the SS rated ghoul. Thank you for coming out, even though it's super late for you. Yes, you're amazing too. Oh yay! Other people like the Anime Baby song. I like that one. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm trying to get to most of the questions. I don't know. I thought the chat would be slower than it is. I'm so happy you guys are like all responding and talking to me. Oh, thanks. Yeah, my hair's kind of fading out, but I like the way it fades out. I don't know. The Neko song was perfect. Yeah, I couldn't get that role there. I like the Neko song. That's a fun one. Fun fact: I used to the Neko song is one of my easier songs to play. So now when I go to, and occasionally I like go to conventions and I'll perform as a guest, especially the conventions in my local area. And the Neko song, since it was one of my easier ones to play, was always one that I was like, I'm gonna do that one, because I know how to play it. I know I'm not gonna mess it up, because the more songs I put on YouTube, the harder it is to know all of my songs. So the Neko was a good go-to, especially at the beginning when I didn't have as many songs and didn't know how to play half of them. And I would always want to play that song, but I would often forget to bring my cat ears and a tail, so I feel like I slowly accumulated a collection of them just by buying them in the dealer's room, because I can't sing that song without cat ears and a tail. So, people like the live chat. I've never done this, but I'm having fun, so. Oh, the Dere. I liked the, you mean like the anime archetype songs or just that whole series? That was a fun series. You said your favorite was the Dere song. Sorry, it might be confusing for me to read and not like reread the questions. I should probably start doing that, rereading the questions before I answer them, not just diving into them so people actually know what I'm talking about. I'll get the hang of it. So, okay. How'd I get into anime? I've answered this in a couple of vlogs, but it was like Harry Potter music videos took me to really dark anime music videos, like Higurashi music videos. And before that, I only thought like anime was funny and cute because that's all like what my middle school friends were into. They like Fruits Basket and Northern High School Host Club. And then I realized that it could be a bunch of different genres, and I decided I had to understand more. So I looked it up and got addicted. So that's that story. Yeah, I feel like the explaining anime to your parents is a lot of people's introduction to my channel. It's a good introduction. Like, I think it sets you up pretty well for the rest of what's on here. I don't know. Am I going to do any seasonal songs? The Christmas anime songs? I don't know. I have been, so I did a couple medleys. At one point I was doing a series of like Christmas Carol anime medleys each year at Christmas. But then last year I made up an original Christmas song that was like, Santa doesn't understand your fandom. And they were all fun. I don't know what I'm doing this year yet, if I'm doing something specific for Christmas or the holidays. I also feel like if I do all the holidays, it can get kind of trapped in the holidays and not be posting other songs because like Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving happen so close together. And I felt like I might be boring some people a little bit at that time last year, but I don't know. Hi, I love you guys too. Yeah, A and B's led to Elf in the lead. That is a very similar start. Could I give you a sneak peek on the next song, even if it's just one line or some guitar chords? Honestly, I'm not sure I've quite decided what I'm doing this next week, because it's always like the way my work works. It's like work when I have time, so I try to get it really ahead on the week before I have to post, and then I'm focused more on YouTube the next week because it's a work-at-home job, so my hours are pretty flexible. I haven't completely planned the new song yet. Am I going to the Crunchyroll Expo? Probably not. I don't think so. Yeah, the Crossplay was my second song I ever wrote. Someone said they can't believe it's years since they heard me sing the Crossplay with Me song at Techo Showcon. It probably was still Techo Showcon back then. No, it might have just been like the first year it was Techo. I don't know. I like that song too. That one's fun. Song about the... What's my favorite AMV? I don't know that... I don't know that I can name them off the top of my head. I feel like I watched so many, they all kind of blend together. Right now I've been on a My Hero Academia AMV kick. So I keep watching those. What got me to start YouTube? I feel like I've seen several of these questions floating past and have... so what got me to start YouTube? when I was originally writing songs and I was playing them at like conventions, at the talent shows and in the masquerades, wherever I got a chance at conventions, and there wasn't, I didn't have a good way to tell people to go find my songs, and so someone asked me, like, well, I think a bunch of people were asking, like, will there be any place we can find these elsewhere, and I was like, I don't know, and YouTube was the first thing that came to my head, so it was like, I'll put them on YouTube, and for a while that was all I was doing with YouTube, was like, there were maybe like 3, 4 if I wanted to drive conventions somewhat nearby, that I kept trying to find ways to perform at, and I just post after every performance. I wasn't really trying to be a consistent YouTuber at that point, but I think, but I met people at the conventions that gave me a lot of encouragement, and were like, you can, like, if you wanted to, you could do something with this, and I think they had more faith in me than I did. I was like, I don't know that this, like, anything could turn into anything, but they said it was really important to try to be posting weekly if I wanted it to, and so I figured I'd give it a shot, and like the response I got on YouTube was also really cool, so I kept going with it, and it was fun. Oh yeah, thanks Larry, reminding me to do self-promotion, because I'm bad at that. Yeah, you should like the video and subscribe and hit the bell and stuff if you're not. Okay. Hi. Hi, Steel Coin Man. You can't have. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you believe in me too, people on YouTube, as well as. Yeah, I mean, I think that some of what I said about being shy, and nervous before, I think other than on stage, I was a pretty, like, insecure person, so lots of people believed in me before I believed in me. And it was kind of like, I knew, I think actually, like, winning one of the talent shows at the convention was, like, the first time I felt like I'd ever won anything based on, like, skill. And so it really, was a really powerful experience for me. All caps, people, new songs. Italia actually helped you get through history. That's pretty cool. I don't know that, I honestly don't know that when I was taking all my high school history classes, it was super helpful for me. Well, no, somewhat. But by the end of high school, I was watching it. But there were definitely I had some friends who were watching it before me, and they were just, like, making all of these weird jokes about the countries being people. I think if nothing else, it definitely makes history class way more fun to imagine. Okay. Do I speak any other languages? I do not. I wish I did. Yeah, I took basic German in high school, and French at the end of high school, because I went to cyber school for a year in the middle, and the cyber school's German was way more advanced than my high school's German, and so I got really behind, and when I went back to public school, I was like, no, I think I'll probably be behind in German just because I was behind in cyber school, so I was like, I'll try French, and I did, and that helped me get through music school, because I didn't know how to speak them, but I knew how to pronounce them for, like, classical music. But, no, I'm not anywhere near fluent in any language other than English, sadly. It is something I would like to work on at some point. But. Oh no, my phone buzzed. I thought I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb and I put it on silent. Hopefully. I don't know what. I think I turned off Facebook notifications too. I don't know. I'll try to figure that out for next time. Okay. Do I like to draw or some other artsy stuff besides music? Yeah. I actually, when I went to college, I was a double major in music technology and graphic design because I couldn't decide between music and art. And yeah, I've always really liked to draw. I feel like I consider myself like decent at drawing, although I look online and I see everyone who draws such amazing fan art, and I see the people in like Artist Alley and in the dealer's room at conventions, and I'm like, I'm not that level of skilled, but I definitely enjoy it, and I'm not bad. I'm just I can't draw quickly. It takes me a long time. Like I can draw well, but I'm slow. Okay. You guys are so sweet. Here, don't worry, be happy. Wow. A song about being bullied in cosplay. I'm honestly, there's so many questions happening. I'm not sure I should do the songs on the spot thing, but I think I have had some people suggest songs about bullying in the past too. Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to probably talk with some of my other friends who cosplay about and get their consensus and experiences on before I write a song about it myself, because I haven't had a ton of experience with it myself, but I know some people that have probably had more. But. Going back up through the chat because I know I've missed some questions. What's some advice to give someone who's never gone to a con before? I feel like lots of people do like con guide humor and con guide, like eat food. That's still my biggest problem when I go to cons. I feel like we get so caught up in the moment and we forget like basic life skills like eating and showering and yeah, it's like cons are super exciting, but I feel like they wear you down if you don't pay attention to your body and stuff. So let me think. Eat. Usually everyone's really nice, so just have fun. It's fun if it's your first convention. Probably you might be more comfortable like going with a friend or something. Definitely. I feel like I was a lot less nervous going with friends my first few conventions, and then there's also other people to look out for you too, and like remind you to eat if you're not doing it, or like scold you for spending way too much at the dealer's room. Be like, so do I get sick after going to a con? Not usually. I know it happens. I mean, any place you go with a ton of people is some of the people are gonna be sick, and you have to but it's also the same as like going on like, well, I don't know if it's the same, but I feel like lots of events where you're going, like I was gonna compare it to like going on an airplane and meeting people, but I think maybe that's not a good comparison at all. But I think, yeah, just you get a bunch of people in places and some of them are sick and there's germs. And also probably if you're not eating and you're not sleeping, you might be ruining your immune system for that weekend too, which isn't helpful. I think I've probably gotten sick once or twice after conventions, but it's not like a common occurrence for me. Probably maybe only once, if that. I feel like I'm really good at getting into paranoia mode right before conventions, because there was like one convention I had to sing at back when, like in the early convention stage, and I was really, really sick before it, so I think I get really paranoid about germs right before conventions, and it probably carries over a little bit through the conventions, so maybe that's why I'm always okay. I don't know. Said get drunk and food. I'm assuming he said, oh, drink. Probably meant drink and eat food. Drink water. Yeah. Have I ever wanted to try voice acting before? Yeah. I mean, I think I love acting, and I think voice acting would be really fun. But that's just like not my goal. Like I like writing songs and whatnot more. I think to really be a voice actor, because there are so many people that want to do it, that would have to be like all I was aiming for, and I think I'd have to put all my time and effort into that. I don't think it's something I'm gonna stumble into. But if there was ever an opportunity to try voice acting, I'd love to. Like I've always liked like acting and musical theater and any type of theater pretty much. So yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Dr. Heart. Do I watch other cartoons like Steven Universe or Adventure Time? Some I watch some of them. I haven't watched Steven Universe in a while. I'm not up to date with that one at all. I mean, I watched all of My Little Ponies, I think. And of course, like Avatar and some Adventure Time, yeah. I think, yeah, I do watch other cartoons. That's the short answer, is yes. But Gravity Falls is fun. Rick and Morty, I like Rick and Morty. It's like our house phone is ringing in the other room and it's distracting me. Okay. Okay, I actually didn't see the message before it was retracted, so I don't know what happened there. Okay. My Little Pony is fun. It's a lot. There's a lot more to it than people think at first. Yeah, probably. People like the How Do I Adult song. So the How Do I Adult song is one I did recently, and that one I feel like is probably the one that gets stuck in my head most often now. Not because it's one of my like the most catchy song I've written or anything, just because it's the one of the most relevant to my life. So like every time I don't know how to do stuff, I'm just like, how do I adult? How do I adult? And I'm like, why? Stop it. I also feel like I get embarrassed when I have my own songs stuck in my head, and people like, especially if people ask me about them or whatnot, because I'm just like, there's so much great music out there and like whatnot. There's like there's not a good excuse to like just be humming one of my own songs. There's just so much music out there, and it feels conceited somehow. I don't know. I'm probably thinking too hard about it. Oh yeah, you're running guitar and struggling with bar chords. Honestly, bar chords are hard. They still buzz sometimes for me. Um, and yeah, recently, but I use them a lot, and I feel like what was the waiting for new episodes song was like all bar chords, and that was the first time I was like, well, my hand is actually cramping. like I'm used to like some of the fingers hurting and stuff from bar chords, but especially because that was practicing for YouTube, so it was basically just like solid 10 hours of practicing that song and writing that song. I don't know. I didn't time it, but it was a lot. I did that song like several hundred times, and it was all bar chords, and I was like, oh my gosh. I have not seen Disenchantment. I'll have to check it out. I guess that's fair that I put effort into my songs. It's also it's hard to get them unstuck from my head right after I've just been playing them for like the last several days to get them ready for YouTube. So it's always right after a song's posted and leading up to it. That song's gonna be stuck in my head. Like there's just not much getting around that. I've come to realize. Do I have a song I wrote that I regret? I don't think so, really. There's some, like, humor is always changing a little bit, and there's some things. I mean, I'm always pretty careful to even though I'm being humorous, I'm try not to offend people in my songs. I mean, you can't avoid offending everyone. My friends used to make fun of me in like high school because my first several songs all had some kind of weird apology at the end of them, or like at the beginning it was like I'm like, where it was like, don't hate me. But I got out of that. I think sometimes there's like maybe I could have found a different way to say that line or something with the songs, or there's some songs that I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think there's like any entire song that I regret, but one or two lines within some of my songs I'm like, maybe I could have worded that differently. I don't know. How hard was it for me to sing in different voice? You mean like you mean, I mean, there's a couple of my songs that where I'm two different people, and I did edit them to do that. And I guess the hardest one was during, still, I mean, it's on the computer, was during the incest song. I made myself assist. That's still, I still can't believe I wrote that song. I don't regret it per se, but I'm still like, I did that. That song where I was a guy character and a girl character singing back and forth to each other or talking. My voice doesn't naturally go as low as a guy's voice, so that one was really hard to get. um, So yeah, there's that. I'm too nice. I feel like it is actually possible to be too nice sometimes. Like there are times in life when being mean is helpful. And sometimes I wish I was better at it. It's probably not a good thing to wish, and just like I don't know. Okay. Do I have a song? Regret answered that. How do I adult use a serious earworm? I guess it's pretty catchy. Going back to up through the chat again, like when I run out of words. Okay, when I run out of questions at the bottom of the chat, like go back up through the chat and find the questions that I missed, because I know I've missed them. So that's why I'm just like staring over into this corner right now. Okay. I have not watched a French series called Wakfu, but it sounds interesting, so I'll put that from my list. The chat will stay here after I'm done with the video, so I can just go through the chat and everything you're like, did you watch that I haven't watched? I'll just go watch. Okay. Has it been 40 minutes? Like, I'm having fun. Okay. No. People have things to do. I get it. You can't watch, like... And live streams are long, so... I get it. But I'm glad you're here now, and I'm glad for everyone that's here now. Okay. Have I watched Ruby? Yes. There's a lot of things I'm not, like, I haven't watched the end of. I need to go back and make sure I'm caught up with Ruby. But yes, Ruby's great. Violet Evergarden. So many people have told me about that one, and I'm going to watch it. Like, oh my gosh. Because I've heard that sounds really good. Yeah. And yeah. I guess that's where I am too. Like, with people have things to do. I mean, I have things to do, but like, not social things. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay. Master the greatest language in the universe, sarcasm. I can be pretty sarcastic in my songs, just not as much in real life. I don't. How did I first meet Vic Mignogna? I assume you mean. Well, we were both being we were both asked to be guests at Sengawa Project, which is a local convention in my area, and that was actually, I didn't meet him before we arranged the first collaboration. It was I think one of the staff members' ideas, and so they helped me set it up, and like had an email conversation back and forth, and I sent him some lyrics and stuff, and he didn't tell me what he was gonna sing, but it was really fun. Like, it was just like arrange things ahead of time, and I think definitely having the staff on my side to help me set it up was really cool. But he was really cool about all of that, and those collaborations were so much fun. Like, but yeah, so I met him there. Like, met him the day before we were supposed to do that. The day, yeah. Am I self-teaching myself guitar? No. I I had a teacher, I have a teacher, although I need to arrange some lessons. I got kind of caught up in work and stuff and haven't had many recently. But yeah, I have a guitar teacher that has been teaching me every summer when I was in college, and because he lives here, not where I went to school, and had him for about 5 years or so. But some of it is also like some of it just comes because I want to play something, and I'm like, I want a more exciting strumming pattern or something, so I make myself learn how to do it. Like, I don't always have time to go see him before I want to do something on a video. So it's a mix, I guess, but mostly I owe a lot of my skill to him, like, most of it. And I just owe him a lot in my life in general. Like, he introduced me to the people that I did my internship with, like my music tech internship, and that's where I met like the person that's now my boss. And so, like, that's life, how that works, connection. Any recommendations? I honestly need to play more games myself, so I need people to recommend games to me too. I don't know how to Death Note versus watch the Steelers. I don't think that's the type of game they meant. Hi. Hi. Play the Ruby game. I haven't played the Ruby game. That'd be fun to play. My friend also recently like got me the Danganronpa series. That's not how you say that. I always have to look up how that one's spelled before I try to say it. So Danganronpa. Danganronpa. I know what it is. I'm doing great on stream, thanks. I feel like I'm only doing great though because you guys are so active in the chat. Like, I was worried that, you know, not very many people would show up and there'd be nothing to read and respond to. So that, yeah, because I'm more awkward when I'm just trying to talk without anything to go off of. So, yes, Danganronpa. Yes, that one. You knew what I was saying. I always want to say that wrong, or I think it's just the name is weird to me, so I always second guess how I say it. Play a hat in time. Overwatch is quite fun. Yeah, I have a bunch of friends who play Overwatch too. Played Undertale. That one's great. The reason, so that's how it works. The reason we're active is because I'm doing, okay. Well, I'm doing great because you're being great, and you're here because I'm doing good. Teamwork! Yay! I think staring into the camera would be awkward, actually. But we could test it out. Okay, I only did it for 3 seconds and I feel awkward. Okay. I like how now I just have a bunch of people recommending games too, because once again, everything that's in the chat will stay, like, I'll have access to, so I can just go back and be like, they told me to play all these games, and then go play them. So you guys are just increasing my list of media to draw from. I think greatness is a two-way street could be a good quote. Did you come up with that, or are you quoting someone? I don't. Okay. Yeah, I mean, staring blankly into the camera is awkward. I also feel like awkward if I spend too long just scrolling through the chat over here. I'm like, I need to be looking over here and saying things to you, but I need to be reading what people are saying. So. What time is it? 7:50. This has gone by really fast. I thought this wouldn't go by so fast. I don't know. Oh, Binding of Isaac. I played a bit of that one. Do I like any musicals? Yes. I like lots of musicals. I mean, definitely like Into the Woods a lot. That's one of my favorite. Hamilton. Everyone likes Hamilton, but and recently like the Heathers a lot, but that one's also weird. Like it's fun, but I don't know. Time does fly when you're having fun. So yes, this is really fun. Yeah, Heathers. I like the musical The Heathers. Yeah, it's like a musical based off a cult classic movie. There's 3 mean girls named Heathers and a lot of murder and stuff. It's fun, but weird. That was not like a good description of it at all. I should plan my descriptions of things before I just go with them. There's probably people that, yeah, okay. Did I really have to explain anime to my parents? Yes, multiple times. I wouldn't say it was exactly like that song. My mom at least is super accepting about most things. But yeah, I had to explain lots of things to them, and at the beginning, especially when I was going to cons and doing song in like late high school, I mean, I was writing these songs at home around my parents. So there were a lot of terms that I had to explain because they popped up in a song. I'm actually still writing songs at home around my parents. Okay. Hamilton's pretty fun. There's a lot to Hamilton. I mean, I can see how the idea is strange with like a lot of like rapping founding fathers and stuff, but it's done really well and they pull it off like it's amazing. But yes. I have watched most of those musicals you've listened to the soundtrack of most of those musicals you've listed there. Not Waitress. But yeah. But yes. I love musicals too. Yeah, I haven't watched Hamilton. But I mean, yeah. But I have the soundtrack, so I get most of it. I think. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I explained anime to my parents. I mean, it's an ongoing process. I've always been trying. Like, yeah, you can't finish explaining it to them with one song. Like, I feel like I only recently got my dad to like watch a few, whereas that was not a thing before. But yeah, I do feel like my songs have gotten me not into trouble exactly, but there's definitely terms that I wouldn't have explained if I had not put them in a song that I had to explain because they were in a song. So that's a thing. It is an ever-growing quest. Yeah. I've been watching Psycho-Pass with my dad lately, so I never know what he's gonna like, though. He's really hard to pick things for. I started him with One Punch Man, and then he wouldn't, but then he decided not to watch any other anime because nothing would be better than One Punch Man. And then I realized he taught us chess when we were kids. So in first grade, he started teaching us chess and would take us to chess tournaments and stuff. So the anime Hikaru no Go is about Go, which is a similar strategic game to chess, even though it's more complicated and whatnot. And so I told him there's not a chess anime, but there's a Go anime. And he was like, "Oh, I played a little bit of Go in college," and so we watched that. And it's a good anime, but it's a shonen, so it's geared towards young boys, and I wasn't sure it would go over well with him. But then it was nothing could be better than Hikaru no Go, so we can't watch anything else. And it's just, yeah. But now he's watching Psycho-Pass. I don't know. I think that's just his excuse to not watch more anime, is whenever he likes something, it's nothing could be better than that. So yeah, I've gotta go eat food soon, cause I was planning for this, and I haven't eaten supper yet. But I really had fun with this live stream. I'm not signing off quite yet, but yeah, I was thinking that live stream could actually be a thing I do every other week in between the weeks where I write songs. So I think sleep is for the weak. Food is kind of necessary. Literally, yeah, I assume you guys wouldn't want to just watch me eat dinner, so I'm gonna sign off before I go eat dinner. You can eat dinner while watching me, but I don't. Air is for the. How are we alive? How are we alive if we don't eat and we don't sleep? And apparently some of us don't breathe. Okay. But yeah, I was thinking live stream could be a thing I do every other week, and at some point I would like to do a more songs on the spot type thing where it can just be, if you guys have suggestions and you want to throw them out in the comments, I can see what I come up with and just make up silly little things on the spot. They won't be as great, they won't be as fleshed out as songs I make up where I have several weeks to do. But yeah. And also, live streaming's fun, so I'd like to do more of it. So many people have suggested games. I don't know if I want to get into the live streaming game world unless people are super interested in that, but if they are, let me know. Definitely just if you have suggestions for live streaming content or regular content, I would love to know what you guys would want from the channel as well, because I think it's a good time right now to play with some new ideas. So yeah, don't forget to hydrate yourself. I had a thing of tea here the whole time, and I didn't touch it because I got so caught up just talking to you. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go eat food. This has been great. You all have been amazing. Thank you all so much for coming and talking to me. I had my guitar on the whole time and I didn't do anything with it. It was a fidget toy. That's what it was. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. I have to leave at some point. But yes, thank you all so much. I have to go around to the back of my phone to sign off. But yes, like, subscribe, share. I'll see ya. Maybe. Well, see you in live stream maybe the Thursday after this next Thursday. But I should have another song or something on this coming Thursday, hopefully.